All right, welcome to episode 1 of the Dirty Water Breakdown. I'm your host, Patrick Donnelly. With me today is my co-hosts, Andrew Curran,
Hey, how you guys doing?
David Furtado,
What's going on?
Drew Skaki,
How we doing?
and producer, my brother, Ryan Donnelly.
How you doing?
So today, finally got this going, actually, after having this site up since August or July.
Thank
so
you.
Today, we'll be touching on 4 major sports in Boston: Patriots, Bruins, Celtics, Red Sox. Then we'll wrap it up with some national news, miscellaneous stuff, whatever we want to talk about. So let's jump right into it, guys. Pats, Jaguars this weekend. What are we thinking?
I think you can't go against Brady, against Bortles. You really can't.
You guys are way too confident about this whole thing.
I know.
Blake freaking Bortles.
Yeah. When
Joe Flacco.
When
See-
the Jaguars just go out after facing Pittsburgh and beating them and then talking crap afterwards that they were talking crap, I just don't see them winning.
The last
Yeah.
teams to beat the Pats in the playoffs: Ravens, Broncos, and Giants.
And the Jets.
Yeah, all those teams.
Great defenses, though.
Great
Yeah, we got-
defenses, great run game, mediocre quarterback play.
Yeah, we got Jalen Ramsey not hours after their win against Pittsburgh saying they're gonna win this weekend and then take home the Super Bowl. I just think that's a little too cocky, especially coming into Foxborough against the Patriots. I don't think Blake Bortles will do what Blake Bortles did on Sunday at Gillette Stadium in the cold.
I don't think Blake Bortles knew what he did against the Steelers.
The hot dog man. So I think the biggest thing though will be how our Patriots will fare against the Jaguars pass rush in their top-ranked defense.
I'm not worried about it. Belichick and Brady will figure out a way. Offensive line will figure it out. This game, I'm not worried. I was worried about the Tennessee game, but not this game.
This has all the makings of a trap game. Honestly,
It does. It's a trap game, I kind of think.
the Jaguars secondary is vastly underrated. The pass rush is good.
It's not vastly underrated if A.J. Bouye just finally gave up his first touchdown of the season on Sunday.
He gave
I
up
said
2,
underrated.
actually.
I said underrated.
Oh, underrated?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, like the front seven were not. The Pats can handle a pass rush, but Brady's gonna be forced to not have all his time in the world. He's gonna probably make a couple bad throws, picks. It's gonna be closer than a lot of people think. All the teams that beat the Pats, great run games, mediocre quarterback play, insane defenses. That's all I'm saying. They have the makings to beat them.
The
How's
difference,
Fournette?
though, is Fournette. It's going to
Yeah.
be, you had Belichick stopping Derrick Henry last week, even though he ran for over 100 yards against KC. And I think that their plan has to be make Blake Bortles do the plays, because Fournette is not going to be able to run on this defense.
Make Blake Bortles go deep because we saw how bad that turned out. Not really bad, but they were pretty ineffective at going deep against Pittsburgh.
And their wide receivers are not great,
I
you
know.
know?
Aside from Marquise Lee, who's
And
really,
Allen
really
Hurns.
nothing special in,
Yep.
in his own right.
Yeah.
Cecil Short still play?
No.
Oh, that's right. He went to Houston.
I just don't see Leonard Fournette being able to run like he did last week against Pittsburgh.
Especially Bill's best thing is taking away your number one option on offense.
Yeah,
So,
Well,
definitely.
yeah, no, I think if you look at the defense, if you take away Fournette, make Bortles beat you. He's not, especially in Gillette, especially in the AFC
Bill
Championship game.
typically sides towards taking away the pass and let them beat you with the run. If you look at what the Bills did, what he did against the Bills in the Super Bowl way back when he was still with the Giants, when he was playing all those greats of Kelly and what's his face, Thurman Thomas, what was his name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah, and he just let them run for like 200 yards, but took away the passing game. That's
But when you're going up against Blake Bortles, you're going to want to lean towards them making
Make him pass
passing.
it.
Yeah.
the
Definitely.
Jaguars milking the clock. The Pats they're gonna have less possessions and something fluky to happen against the Pats, and there we can just take advantage of and beat them.
The Patriots have that bend don't break defense. There's no way Blake Bortles will put up 45 against this Patriots defense,
Yeah,
because
but
they're not
there's-
going to be scoring touchdowns.
But there's the option that Leonard Fournette puts up 45 against you.
No.
Leonard
All right.
Fournette's playing with an ankle injury.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Hmm.
But
And-
I think a
and that
healthy
whole
Leonard
car
Fournette
crash.
rips apart this terrible front seven.
That whole car crash, no
absolutely.
injuries.
I know.
But I think Leonard Fournette coming
You
off
get-
an ankle injury that he had in Pittsburgh, how's he going to be?
How was he
Yeah.
in the second half?
He ran for a touchdown in the second half.
Well, he probably
He was actually still pretty good in the second half.
Yeah, but he's also
he wasn't
he was
as-
the best running back in Heinz Field this year. He had
That's true.
5-6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I in Pittsburgh's run defense is pretty bad. They don't
Pittsburgh's
have
front
any.
seven still better than Patriots though.
Yeah, but they don't have Bill Belichick to stop him. Everybody was worried about Derrick
Mike
Henry.
Tomlin.
Mike Tom, whatever. But Derrick Henry was said to have to run all over the Patriots defense and ended up not at all.
Yeah, but I think this Patriots run game reduced to Deion Lewis and James White. Welcome back to the land of the living last week.
Yeah,
Forgot
Yeah,
you
what was it, 2
existed.
touchdowns?
Yeah, and he actually got touches.
Yeah.
They get Burkhead back this week too.
They
Hopefully.
do. Burkhead should have been back last week too.
Hopefully.
They didn't
Yeah.
activate Malcolm Mitchell maybe this week too.
I do have that one question though. Did you see that healthy scratch for Alan Branch?
No.
Nah, I thought he was still hurt.
Nope. He said he was good to go, but they gave him a healthy scratch. So that's also something weird. They decided to start Ricky Jean Francois over Alan Branch. So
That could have just
Dude.
been a thing where they wanted like a lighter player because Branch is still like 340 in the.
So we'll see this week if they think that he can stop Fournette, or if not, then his New England career is probably done.
Yeah, wasn't he a healthy scratch a couple times too during the regular season?
Yeah,
Yeah.
until he got injured. So that could be something to look after, though.
All right. So Josh McDaniels, Matt Patricia, seeming like they're gonna finally move on from the Pats. McDaniels for the second time in his career. So McDaniels is all but confirmed to go to the Colts. Patricia to the Lions. What do we think about that?
Well, let me just say I saw both of these coming. Just letting you guys know.
Thanks,
But
Nostradamus.
I just think that McDaniels, even if Andrew Luck isn't healthy, McDaniels
Here's
still
Brissett.
has Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah,
and
got
with
shut
the,
out last year.
with a number 3 pick, is it?
Yeah, they got
Number
the
3
third
pick.
Top 5 at least.
Yeah, no,
Barkley.
it's the third.
Barkley could be a big draftee for this team.
Browns don't take him one.
Or
though.
maybe draft an offensive lineman because
No,
Brissett
their
was getting
line's
killed
not
like
that
Andrew
bad.
Luck this year.
No, they're like top guard and tackle. It's,
Yeah, Anthony Costanzo.
Costanzo. And then I think was the guy's C name. It's the guard from Ohio State. They're top. They have a stud guard who was also on IR this year, and I think their center was banged up too.
I don't think that McDaniels will do that bad. He has a good quarterback. The defense needs help. I think that I wouldn't be surprised if they get a playmaker on the defense. They got Malik Hooker last year, and I think that they have a chance to do well. I mean, the division's horrible. Jacksonville, I don't think can put up what they did this year.
I think Jackson will be better next year.
I don't think so.
No,
Nope.
it's
I think
If they get a
you're-
quarterback.
Huh?
If they get a quarterback.
Bortles
Bortles
plays
is going
like
to
he did
get
this
like
year.
a 3-year, $70 million deal.
Which is insane.
Yeah, Bortles is pretty much the
Bortles
new
made
Joe
himself
Flacco.
a boatload of money last week.
But I don't know. I think
I like that comparison.
year 2 of Leonard Fournette,
I think Flacco's better.
and they're
Elite.
maybe
Elite.
not this year at least. But they're obviously going to get more weapons, especially at wide receiver. They need to do something at wide receiver.
What happens with
Calvin
Tennessee?
Ridley.
Yeah,
Kid from Alabama.
What happens with Tennessee though? They don't have Malarkey
Tennessee's
anymore.
Gonna get better though.
They don't have Malarkey.
Mike
who's gonna be
Mularkey
the
was the
coach?
reason they were mediocre.
No, the reason
Aside
why
from
they
Marcus
were
Mariota
the
being
reason
the
why
most
He was in there
inconsistent
for a
person.
culture change. That's the whole reason Milwaukee was in there.
didn't, how come the culture wasn't changed then? Mariota was
Because
horrible
Mike
this year.
Mularkey allowed a bunch of malarkey to go on. All right.
Get out.
So
Okay, that's Ryan Shaw making the puns. So
I just
Back
don't
off.
I don't see Tennessee getting better. And Houston, it's a pretty bad division. Does Deshaun Watson come off a torn ACL?
next year, Houston.
I mean, Houston
think so.
was looking like one of the scariest teams in the AFC.
Watson's
with Deshaun
Watson's
Watson.
legit. He'll be fine.
Watson
Next
is
year-
legit. The Texans will be fine next year.
And
Which
as
is
long as-
hard. I can assure you that.
as long as the Colts are in the same
Huh?
division as the Jags and
Tennessee.
No, not Tennessee. As the Jags and Houston, the Colts aren't gonna make the playoffs.
I think they can. I think they can if
That
they
division-
upgrade their defense.
No.
I mean, maybe they'll sneak into a wild card spot.
No.
But I don't think they're going to take that division going away.
Next year,
I think it's Houston or
I take the
Jacksonville next year again.
Dolphins, Jaguars.
Dolphins.
The Dolphins aren't in that division.
No, I'm talking about just the playoffs in
Oh,
general.
alright,
For the I can the
Dolphins
wild
need a
card. is
quarterback.
too much.
Switch that up
Like
on me.
Ron-
I got wicked.
Tannehill
Maybe
will be
Ryan-
back.
Yeah, but Ryan Tannehill, he was
Tannehill's
better
ba-
last year.
he-
He's still got potential.
I'll
but
take
Jay
I'd
Cutler.
rather Jay Cutler, yeah.
Jay Cutler.
Better
Yeah,
than K. Cutler.
definitely.
Better than Case
Jay
Keenum.
Cutler's the answer, guys.
I
Jay
don't.
Cutler's always
How's
the
Jay
answer.
Cutler still in the league?
The
Because they
McCaskies.
I
just-
don't know.
Huh?
I
I mean, if
don't
you, like,
know.
Beat women, you can do whatever you want.
I think McDaniels can lead Indy to a good season if Luck's back.
All the great players.
And now back to Matt Patricia to
Yep.
the Lions. I like that deal a lot. You got Matt Stafford. You got a good defense. You have to worry about Ezekiel Anza's contract situation. You got to re-sign him. He's one of the best edge rushers in football.
How many sacks?
You have to do that if you're Bob Quinn, who's the GM, and Matt Patricia. No question about it.
I think it's good for him. It's good. It's a good fit in Detroit. Decent defense. He's a defensive-minded coach.
Yep.
Their defense
Good quarterback.
was like number one in
yeah.
the league last year.
And he
And he's got a
will.
capable enough quarterback and a capable offense.
I also it's not going to matter that much for the Patriots.
Yeah.
As far as
No.
D coordinator, they can fill that role
Shiano.
easily.
All right, what are we
Shit.
thinking though? How do we replace McDaniels though?
McDaniels, next man up. Whatever.
So they've mentioned two guys. They've mentioned the wide receiver coach, Chad
That's who's
O'Shea,
probably going to be it.
who could be, and then for the defense, it's Brian Flores, who's the linebacker, who's also getting a look at from Arizona as their head coach. I don't think that'll happen. I think that Arizona's going to go in
In-house,
a team
yeah.
in-house. They're going to get I think it's James Betcher, who's their offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Or defense. It's defensive coordinator. So I think that it will be Brian Flores for defense, if not Greg Schiano, a couple other names. And I thought that the offensive coordinator was going to be Brian Dabo, but he signed with Buffalo as the offensive coordinator.
yeah, but they could always steal him away, kind of like the.
Kind of like how we've done with
Seahawk-
every Buffalo Bills young player the last 4 years
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Gillislee and Gilmore.
Good
Yeah,
point.
but
Chad
then
Hogan.
also just
Or
like
Chris
look,
Hogan.
look at the
And,
Seahawks. They just some guy
forget his
signed
name.
with the 49ers. They took him away to be their offensive coordinator a week later.
Yeah. Defensive coordinator also was Seattle's old defensive coordinator, Chris Richard. He got
Mike Vrabel. Just saying.
Mike.
Imagine.
That'd be nice.
That would be crazy, but I think that he would probably leave next year for a head coaching job.
Even
He's
this
probably
year.
looking for a head coaching job now.
While we're talking about coordinators, did
NFC's
anyone
open.
see the news that Lane Kiffin signed a 24-year-old Charlie Weiss Jr. to be his offensive coordinator at
Really?
FAU?
Really?
Yeah.
I don't.
24.
I wouldn't be. They were talking. Felger
Probably older
asked
than that.
Charlie Weiss a couple weeks ago about if he
No.
got any offers for coordinator, and I think that he could come back for even a year to be the
That
offensive
was a
coordinator.
completely
for
different offense way
Patriots.
back then, though.
Doesn't matter.
Completely different.
You're telling me that Charlie Weiss and Bill Belichick don't talk about offense?
I'm just saying, Chip Kelly, I feel like is more likely than
Oh,
anything.
I don't want Chip Kelly or Ben McAdoo anywhere near the Patriots.
Chip Kelly just signed a big deal with
What's wrong with
UCLA to be
Ben
their head
McAdoo?
coach.
Exactly.
Did they?
That's right,
Yeah,
that's
Chip-
right.
he's
Kelly's
not going anywhere.
That's right.
did he?
I saw
Yeah.
that like he was.
Yeah, no, it was a
rumored
while.
to
It was
be-
like halfway
yeah.
through this college season.
Yeah,
That's right.
those rumors.
I
were popping
honestly-
up a long time ago.
I wouldn't mind McAdoo. He's a terrible head coach, absolutely awful. But yeah, he did a great job when he was the offensive coordinator. Of the
He's
Giants.
just got that.
They were a
stink
playoff
about
team.
him, though. He's got
Yeah.
that giant
That hair,
stink
though.
around
That
him.
hair.
I can't,
Yeah.
I can't look at.
I would take him on the
sideline.
condition
Sun-
on the condition he
sun-
cuts his hair
or does
and
something
shaves his
like-
mustache.
Yes.
Benny with the good hair.
Where was
No, it's
was
like part of
Del
him.
Rio an offensive or defensive coordinator before his head coaching job?
Defensive, I want to say.
I think defensive. Not.
I don't want him anywhere near the pass. The guy's a clown.
Yeah, I don't want Jack Del Rio or anyone associated with the
Don't
Raiders.
put Black Jack Del Rio anywhere near the Patriots.
I don't mind Del Rio. I really don't. I think that he could be good.
He
Um,
basically screwed up Derek
Jack Del
Carr
Rio
this
was the
year.
defensive coordinator on the Panthers and Broncos.
So
Uh,
going back to McDaniels and Patricia, like we've seen this in the past, especially last year, the music around McDaniels. The Patriots kind of put it in the rearview mirror. It doesn't distract them. But this year, where there's actually substance to it, do we think that affects us going into this week or the Super Bowl or moving forward at all?
No. never
No.
does.
Definitely not.
Never
Didn't
does.
this happen a couple years ago when he signed to the Rams the first time?
Or
Or not the Rams, the Broncos, and the Rams.
No, they're focused right now to win a Super Bowl, which they probably will.
Probably.
They probably will. I don't think there's any team that's going to stop them, especially in the NFC. There's no NFC team. Minnesota or Philly.
scares me, especially if the Super Bowl's in Minnesota.
No. That has nothing
That
to do.
defense scares me.
Philly doesn't scare me at all. Their defense,
No,
I feel
Philly's a
like
joke. Without
they-
Carson Wentz, Philly's an absolute
They
joke.
Adonis
they
in here.
beat Seattle. They beat Seattle with one of the best defense ever assembled. Plain and simple. I'm not afraid of any defenses in the Super Bowl because he's Tom friggin'
those 3
Brady.
years ago, though.
But
Doesn't
Minnesota.
matter.
Minnesota in Minnesota.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the home field factor.
it's the
Because
home
I didn't think it
field.
would be that big of a deal, and I watched that game against the Saints, and those people are insane.
Yes.
Are
They're
you?
not used to having a good
are
football
you-
team.
But I
there.
don't think Case Keenum, that clown leading the Skull chant after.
Yeah, I saw he's sitting there. They got zoomed in on his face, and he's
What a
clapping.
clown.
Should they have won that game? Yes or no?
He should be
The
fine. for that
Vikings,
goal
Yes.
they
chance.
absolutely should not have won that game.
They
The
absolutely
Vikings
should
had
not.
no business the way that Drew Brees led that
Or
offense.
Marcus Williams,
Do
that poor
they?
guy.
Do
Marcus
they
Williams.
go
Go
into
for it.
Philly this Sunday and win?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Depends on the game Ajayi and Blunt have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not too
Nick
confident
Foles is
in
not
that.
going to lead.
I also thought Matt Ryan was going to wipe the floor with the Eagles.
Exactly.
That is true.
I did too.
I don't
What's
think
Matt
this team
Ryan?
is
They
that
had
good.
the best record with, for the
Matty Ice.
It's the Eagles.
for a reason.
It's
Even
the
without
Eagles
Wentz.
without
Shit.
Carson Wentz. Dude.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go around. Who's your Super Bowl predictions?
I really wanted Saints Patriots, and the Saints still really scared me too. I think it'll come down to Pats Vikings. I really do.
Drew?
I don't know. It's a tough one. The Jaguars feel like a trap game. I'm
It
bleeding
does.
towards Pats Vikings. Ideally, I want Pats Eagles, but
Yeah.
Ryan?
I want Pats Eagles, but it's going to be Pats Vikings.
Dave?
Pats Vikings.
so that's unanimous.
I think it's Pats
No, we
Eagles.
still have
Case
this
Keenum's
idiot
going to
over
mop
here.
the floor.
Oh,
I think
I don't
it's-
think
I
Case
think it's-
Keenum's gonna
I
do
think it's going to
anything.
be Pats Eagles,
I don't know.
and I think it's going to be. I saw this thing. All number one seeds that have been in the conference championship games have went on to play in the Super Bowl.
Yes, but the Eagles
yes.
can't do anything without Carson Wentz.
But
Their
we also
offense
said
has been
that about-
completely and utterly ineffective. They put up 15 last week.
Yeah.
And the Falcons did
but
everything
the-
possible to lose that game.
The
too.
Jaguars also put up what, like 12 against the Bills, then put up like 45 on the
Yeah,
Steelers.
Blake Bortles rushed for more yards than he passed for against the Bills.
Exactly. I'm just saying.
At home too.
I just don't see. I won't be surprised if Philly beats them.
I wouldn't
It
be
wouldn't-
surprised, but I'm not picking.
It wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not going. I don't.
Not
trust them
honestly,
enough
it's
to
such a
pick them.
dumpster fire of a game in the NFC that I wouldn't be surprised by anything.
I think it'll be ugly and low scoring again. Unless
Maybe.
Unless Case Keenum magically just throws to Stephon Diggs or Adam Thielen every
Dude.
single play.
I don't think
I wouldn't doubt it.
Minnesota.
Adam Thielen's not human.
Adam Thielen.
Just watch some of the catches he made last week.
Yeah.
He's nice.
Yeah. But that whole Diggs catch, I'm gonna
was a
give it to
fluke.
him because it was a dumb defensive play by Marcus Williams.
Poor kid.
But I don't see them going into Philly and win.
Why not?
Philly, you said the same
I don't
thing
think
about
Philly has
Atlanta.
a good enough home field advantage though. Like those fans are crazy.
They throw batteries and stuff. Like they're gonna throw a battery, like blow out. Like Teddy
Philly has
Bridgewater's
the
good
worst
knee.
fans in sports.
Agreed.
Not even
Agreed.
close.
Agreed.
They're gonna like bench Keenum, put in Bridgewater, and then like Bridgewater's gonna like blow out his knee because they throw a battery at his other knee.
I don't see Philly losing at home.
I do.
Crazy. I don't see Philly
I
losing at
can
home.
see them winning at home too.
But maybe you
because
should get some
it's-
glasses.
It's a bit of a
It's a good one.
kind of seems a bit of a trap game for the Vikings, just like the Pats. But I don't know. I think Philadelphia reminds me so much of the Green Bay Packers. How ineffective their offense has been without
Well,
Carson
I just
Wentz.
think
Like the Packers.
do
without
If the
like
Wentz.
Vikings
break out,
can
though.
control the run, which I think they can,
Yeah.
Nick Foles isn't going to beat him through the air.
Is
Nick Foles
Jay
will not
Ajayi and LeGarrette Blunt gonna fumble like they did last week?
No,
They could.
No,
LeGarrette
but-
Blunt
no.
might.
No. Will they? Yes or no?
no.
But are they going to dominate the ground game like they did last week?
Yes.
The Eagles have a nice
I don't
O
think so.
line. I wouldn't doubt it. I think they.
I'm starting to sound like Donish right now. I cannot believe what I'm saying. I just think that Philly will win this game.
Zach Sudfeld.
That'd be great if Philadelphia wins, but I don't think they will.
It'll be interesting to see.
Nick.
But
Shut
does this affect the Patriots, the offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator? No.
Not at all.
I don't think
No.
No, there's
Oh, I
no
forgot
better
what we
team
were
in sports.
talking
about.
There's
Yeah.
no team in sports that does a better job of
Belichick's
blocking out
probably
outside
At the end of
noise.
the day,
Successors for years.
At the end of the day, we're not the Pittsburgh Steelers. We have a culture. We have our mind focused on the game at hand. We're not looking forward to a rematch. We're not looking ahead, saying, "Oh, Le'Veon Bell," like 2 days before the game, complaining about his contract.
We're on to
The-
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
3
We're on
a.m.
to Jack-
3
we're on to
a.m. the night
Jacksonville.
of the game. I love round twos.
We're on to
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we
Jalen
have a
Ramsey's
culture.
doing the exact same thing
I know.
right now,
Yes.
and
You
they,
need to have that
they're going to
swagger.
get killed.
We have a culture. We know
If
how
you're
to
I think-
focus.
swagger, you're not.
I think he's doing, but I think it's coming from a different place. I don't think they're necessarily they're not overlooking the Pats in the same way that the Steelers were overlooking the Jaguars.
I think they're
In the
just-
sense
I
that
think they're
in the
just-
sense that the Steelers were so obsessed with playing the Pats again, and they thought nothing of the Jags.
Yeah, I think that.
And-
But I think Jalen Ramsey's doing it
lost-
from a place of that team's they're the scrappy underdogs. They gotta act,
If you
extra
don't have
confident.
Yeah,
that,
it's the
like,
most success
attitude,
they've had
you're
in
not gonna
years.
They-
That's his
They
whole
just-
play
it's-
style.
They lost 30-9 week 5. They lost 30-9 week 5 and somehow still overlooked Jacksonville.
Yeah, which
Yep.
is I think David DeCastro said
Also-
it in an interview. He said it was
Yeah.
absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's 39 at home too.
Yeah, it's awful.
Right.
I'm not worried about this game though.
All right, we should probably move on
All
to
right,
Bruins.
Moving
now.
on to the Bruins. 13 game. Yeah, I'll be carrying this segment.
All right, you're welcome.
What's hockey?
Play with a stick and a puck. And
Oh,
skates.
lacrosse?
Yeah. Cross on ice. So 13 game point streak, 9-0-4 in that span. So and they've been scoring 13 games. They've been scoring 3.9 goals per game while allowing only 1.9. And this is in large part due to Tuukka Rask
Yep.
being 2 U's, 2 K's, Tuukka Rask.
You can spell.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
After,
I can't.
after unofficially being benched in November for that torrid stretch where the Bruins just looked like they didn't care at all.
Torrid.
Do you think Don Sweeney looks
was
like the
bad.
GOAT right now for
Um,
benching him?
Don Sweeney didn't bench him. Don Sweeney's not the coach. Thank you.
I think Bruce
Thanks for
Cassidy.
playing.
Bruce
I
Cassidy,
think Bruce
right.
Cassidy
My
looks
bad.
like a genius.
Even
because
under
he
the-
lit
Bruce
a fire
Cassidy
under
looks like a
his
genius
ass.
because I think what Rask needed was a spark under his. I'm going to try and keep it PG. I
His
think Rask
rear
needed a
end.
spark. Yeah, under his tuchus.
I
I
forget
was
what-
thinking about that word the other day.
Is that a pun? Is that a pun?
No.
You sure?
Took us.
So
Yeah.
I think Don Sweeney though is looking like a
Took us
genius
2
because
years,
the
2
third
seasons.
line, Danton Heinen, who nobody saw this coming. I mean, we knew he had talent.
Who?
But thank you.
I'm being sarcastic. I know who that is.
He has Danton Heinen has 10 goals and 21 assists, good for 31 points through 38 games.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good for a kid who nobody had high expectations for. Like we could have I didn't see him starting the season with us, but I saw him playing well enough to be able to come up and contribute to this team. But the third line, Heinen on the left, Riley Nash at center, and David Backes on the right. David Backes has been sort of a stabilizing force, leadership for the team in the bottom six, middle six lines. And Riley Nash might be one of the greatest signings Don Sweeney has ever had.
How many signings did he have? Though?
Wasn't Bacchus
3 years,
supposed to be
has to be
signed to be
signed.
like the number one or second line, first or second line?
No, he was supposed to be the third line center the whole time.
Bacchus was signed to be a top six guy, but the age, the way he plays, he's not even that old yet.
And his
but,
colon.
but yeah, the way he plays, he's missing half his colon because of that surgery.
10
Yeah.
inches. 10 inches of his colon he's missing.
Yes.
I
But Riley Nash, he's getting
Well,
it
you
done
realize the
defensively.
colon is about 20 meters long.
Yeah.
Still.
So that's nothing.
He can.
Still a lot of colon to have taken out at
this
one
is
time.
make me uncomfortable.
yeah.
Yes. Um.
And he played like a
He's-
week later.
Yeah, he played a week later after surgery.
Gotta love
It's
hockey.
Yeah.
He's holding down the
Rub
fort
some
on the
dirt in
penalty
it.
kill. He's been a lot like last year. He went about 2 or 3 months without scoring a single goal.
Yep.
He scored a goal before Jimmy Hayes though.
Who didn't?
I don't know.
Bolesky?
Yeah, Matt Bolesky actually. I don't think Matt Bolesky might be had 2 goals the whole season.
It's pretty bad.
Maybe 2 points the entire season.
Milan Lucic 2.0.
I like the Lucic.
That was a joke because he was supposed to be Milan Lucic's replacement. They signed him.
Who Bolesky? Yeah, Bolesky had that great year in Anaheim, and he's supposed to be a cost-effective Milan Lucic.
Yeah, how'd that work
Shane
out?
Martinez.
That did not work out at all. He's actually playing pretty well in Providence right now.
Good for him.
Like 5 mil. I think
That's
it's 5
that's
million.
Providence.
Got your,
No, 3.9 million for 5 years.
Yeah.
Got your 3 more.
got your
sitting
$3
down there in
million
Providence.
man in AAA.
It's like Alan Craig just sitting in Pawtucket.
Oh, Rusney
At least he's
Castillo.
producing in Providence.
Yeah. But back to the kids. Jake DeBrusque, who really reminds me a lot of watching Tyler Sagan. Just the pace he plays. He kind of looks like Sagan, too.
So we're going to get rid of him pretty soon. He's going to come back to bite us.
We're going to
Yep.
trade him for peanuts.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
have
Louis
nothing,
Eriksson.
nothing to show for him. I was a big Louis Erickson guy. Don't you dare make fun of
I
me.
was the first year, and then I
Well, the first
realized
year he
that
was
Tyler
concussed
Sagan's
for
a
the
entire
40-goal a
season.
year guy, and I was like, oh, that's
Yeah.
that was bad.
Yeah, but Jake DeBrusque, 10 goals, 13 assists. He's doing pretty solid for a rookie. He's been playing on David Krejci's left, which kind of helps him a little bit. But he's got that pace. He's got a really good shot, and he's not afraid to get in on the forecheck and bang around in there. But Charlie McAvoy, who has been completely as advertised, giving Zdeno Chara a sip from the fountain of youth. Zdeno Chara has been pretty great this year.
He almost killed a man.
Almost killed Philippe Deneau
How long until
Saturday
he gets
night.
hurt now? He's overdue.
Chara?
Yeah, he's overdue.
He's due for a knee injury at his
Yep.
age and his size. But yeah, Chara the other night, Saturday, puck bounces off the boards. This was right before the Pats game started. He's just doing a little half wind-up slap shot one time or throw it in and on the net. Was clocked at 77 miles an hour. Nailed Philippe Deneau right in the side of the face, actually side of the head, right above his earpiece. Actually caught some of his ear. His ear was bleeding. And this was like with a minute 27 remaining in the second period.
Reminded me of the JFK assassination.
Yeah, Philippe Deneau went out.
Wow,
like
we just went there.
Wow.
went down like a sack of potatoes. I don't even think he got to yell on hit. I think he was out cold for a couple seconds.
Inside job.
Did they stretch him off the ice?
They did. They called off the last minute 27 of the second period and started
Wow.
the third at 21-27.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
That was
This is the second. Is Montreal going to launch another criminal investigation into Zdeno Chara?
Actually, no. Zdeno Chara was being praised for the class he showed, sticking.
Yeah, no,
sticking on the
I
ice
saw
the
that.
entire time.
But yeah, no, I remember. Was it 2011? He drilled that guy into the boards,
Yeah, Max
sent him to
Pacioretty.
hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
and then they
there was a
launched a
police
legitimate
Yep.
like police investigation.
Well, that's
That
because
was
that was part of
insane.
it because Chara and Pacioretty have a history too. Because
Pacioretty
Yeah, but
sucks.
you can't
Max
say
Pacioretty
you
does
can't
not
say
suck. Are you
somebody
kidding
did
me?
that.
No,
on
as a
purpose.
person, as a human being.
Oh yeah.
he's a great. He's
I hate-
American, Ryan. He's a good old American. He's the captain of the Canadiens.
But
Somehow,
he's
they have
playing
a good
for
old America.
So
captain.
yeah, and Americans playing for the Canadians. That's just unpatriotic.
Traitor.
All right, whatever.
Arnold.
It's Canada.
But
You.
No, honestly, when I saw like the replays of that, I thought it was a Bruins player hurt because like all you see was Bruins players around him, like Marchand and Bergeron, Chara, all around him. I didn't think it was Canadians player until like I saw the thing afterwards. That's kind of
yeah. But moving back to McAvoy and his effect on Chara. Charlie McAvoy, completely as advertised, he's been amazing. He's been the other night. He had actually a great pass to DeBrusk in stride for a breakaway goal on Carey Price. But he's in the mix for the Calder. He'll probably come in third in voting because Matthew Barzal and Brock Besser.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea who they are.
I do.
Who?
I do not.
Brock Besser plays
Lightning,
for the
right?
Canucks. He played.
Ew.
I think he was at North Dakota last year.
North Dakota.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what those people sound like.
He's scoring like he's at like 25 goals already. Matthew Barzal's a guy I really wanted the Bruins to take that year. We drafted 3 first-round picks in a row: DeBrusk, Senyshyn, and Saboro. So he's lighting it up for the Islanders. I think he's playing second-line center. But McAvoy, he's top 5 in the league in 5-on-5 ice time. He's really looking like he's a legit defender. He is your franchise going forward. Him and David Pastrnak, that's your franchise. You're building around them. Back in the day, we traded Joe Thornton to build around Patrice Bergeron. Now we have Pastrnak and McAvoy to build around with DeBrusk as a complementing piece.
So
with
which
DeBrusk
one
and
gets
Hines.
Let's not trade
first.
Bergeron though.
Who gets traded
Let's not
first?
trade-
Let's
well,
not do that.
Well, no, none of those guys are centers though. So,
Start a bet. Who gets
That's
traded?
true.
well, for the trade deadline, the Bruins are in the market for a top. Being said, they're in the market for a top 6 winger or a left-handed D-man, but in reality, who isn't? Everybody could use one of those. But if we do trade for a top 6 guy, it's thinking like Ryan Spooner would be in the package, and Ryan Spooner's name has been in trade rumors for the past 4 years.
Trade in Montreal.
Why would we trade within the division?
Don't do that to the poor kid.
No.
Claude Julien.
But Ryan Spooner's been very good. Well, yeah, trade in Montreal so we can just get benched by Claude.
Put him up on the 9th floor.
Claude's return to the Garden tonight, by the way.
Just add him.
Is
as
he gonna
forward.
get a video?
Oh, he'll get a video. But no, instead of a video, we'll just bench Ryan Spooner as a tribute.
I like it. I like it.
We'll bench Ryan Spooner and not put David Pastrnak in with like when we're down by a goal.
There's no
With a
number
minute
of
left.
retirements tonight, right?
No, why would there be a number retirement?
No,
a
we
joke.
Oh,
have-
it's a Paul Pierce joke?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a
There we
Paul
go.
Pierce joke.
Yep.
Um,
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
Our top line, Marchand, Bergeron, Pastrnak. Every single one of them's on pace for 30-plus goals. Bergeron 2 weeks ago with his 4-goal, 5-point night, both career highs, his second hat trick of his career. Marchand and Bergeron, not Marchand and Bergeron, Marchand and Pastrnak, almost both of them are at point per game pace. They're at 30-some-odd points in 40-something games. High 30s, low 40s, something like that. I don't know the
Give me the
exact
weather forecast.
Yeah, weather forecast for today, actually. I don't know the exact numbers in front of me,
I'll pull it up.
but Marchand. What were you saying?
They need somebody to be
Bruins?
able. Yeah, the Bruins need somebody for the trade deadline.
I really don't think they do. I think if they stand pat, they're fine because Sweeney has made it clear he's committed. Don Sweeney is winning me over. I was all over him for a long time. He's winning me over because he's
Pasternak's on pace for 34 goals this year.
Yeah, he might even get 40 at this rate. But Don Sweeney has made it clear he's committed to the prospects. He's committed to keeping the cupboard stocked with the young kids.
But that's just the way the game. I mean, look at Vegas. I mean,
Ve-
who do they have that's like a real NHL star? It's just a bunch of young kids that fly all over the
Malcolm
place.
Subban playing very well. I've heard his name mentioned for the Calder, which is Rookie of the Year.
I'll
I
think
thought he
of that.
exhausted his rookie eligibility.
No, he hasn't. He's technically a rookie right now. He's playing backup with them for behind Fleury. Malcolm Subban has been pretty solid. He actually beat the Bruins when we were in Vegas,
That game was a fluke, though.
and
The Bruins just didn't do anything that
The
game.
Bruins ruined.
Yeah, the Bruins pulled the Bruins. That was that stretch where the team looked completely uninspired in front of Rask and couldn't score a single goal to save their lives.
What changed?
918 save percentage this year for Subban with 2.38 goals against average.
Yeah,
For a rookie, that's decent.
no, that's very good for a rookie, especially for a backup. And
But he's not even a rookie. He's like 25 already.
he's 23, 24. That doesn't make him lose his
Nice.
eligibility. Age doesn't lose his eligibility.
I'm just saying, he's
Yeah.
been around for like a while.
He hasn't been around the NHL for a while though.
He's been like all the camps and whatnot. It feels like he's been here for
Training camps in game, there's a big difference.
I don't know. It just feels
Pre-
like he's like been around the Bruins for a while.
yeah, because we drafted him back in 2012.
That's so like 5 years ago.
So
That's
he's,
an eternity
he's
for
18,
sports.
5 years later, he's 22, 23.
We're saying in sports, 5 years is an eternity.
Not when you're 18. and
Not
you're
really
getting
when
drafted.
you're a prospect, and he was clearly a project.
I don't know.
Speaking of goaltending, though, Rask second in the league in goals against. I know it's a dead stat, but just saying to all those Rask haters, you Michael Felger in your sports radio takes.
Oh, I hate Felger.
Rask is also back into the top 10 in save percentage.
I gotta say, he shut me up.
Who, Rask?
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, I was all over him.
People were all over him for the Pittsburgh game because that was 5-5 going into the overtime. He did let up some. He did let up some shaky goals, but that was largely because the Bruins were asleep for the first two periods.
Another goaltender's Qdobin.
Hudobin.
Whatever.
Hudobin.
No,
he's,
that's his
he's,
name.
he's had a
That's
huge
his name.
He's had a huge rebound season. He's been great under Bruce Cassidy. Last year in the Claude, it took him. I don't think he had a win through like the first 5 months of the season. But Cassidy took over. He started playing amazing. He was a competent backup for once in his career. And earlier this year, when people were saying start him over Rask, he looked good because he was playing like a competent NHL goaltender for the first time in years. Since last time I think he did that was with the Bruins in the lockout shortened season back in 2013. But if he's your backup and he's playing like he is right now, Bruins are fine.
Yeah, I think
Especially with Rask
as
playing.
far as goaltending, if they're both playing at the level they're playing at right now,
Well, at
they're
least half the level they can.
they're in a good
The
spot.
goal is to keep Rask under 55 starts this year.
Yeah, this is huge for Rask too because Rask is actually going to get rest. He's led the league or he's been top 3, top 5 in starts and games played the last 2 or 3 years because they've had to lean on him. That's why last year against Ottawa he looked tired and burnt out, and that's really all I have to say for the Bruins. Though, hit all my points. We can get back into stuff you guys actually know now.
Yeah, I'll watch that game tonight though.
Yeah, actually,
Oh,
going
they're
back to
playing
Hudobin
tonight?
though, against the Stars on Monday when Sagan kind of made us look stupid on the overtime goal.
Made not one, not
Kinda.
two, not three, but 4 Bruins players.
3. It was 3-on-3 overtime.
I'm including
Oh,
Hudobin.
including Hudobin? All right, yeah, he
like
absolutely,
absolute fools.
absolutely mixed Matt Grzelcyk, who's been very good too. by
Put
the
him in a
way.
blender.
Yeah, on catching the pass, quick move,
Shaken
and then
mustard.
he just waits out Ryan Spooner and David Pastrnak. Just completely waits them out. All they can do is stand there, like, what's he gonna do? Then he gets it alone on Hudobin. Hudobin goes down to do a pinwheel save. Like Ryan knows what I'm talking about. He's like stack the pads and then turn over.
It's my number one strategy in NHL. Do the pinwheel.
It did not work.
It didn't.
No,
It didn't
it
work at all.
never- it
He
never
goes
worked.
Not
down.
even a little bit.
He
Not
goes
even in the
down and
game.
he goes to stack the pads.
Yeah.
He lifts them up, and Tyler Seguin just slide underneath them. That overtime goal is
It was bad.
it was a complete defensive breakdown, but it went in the net because Hudobin pulled a Hudobin.
It's a conspiracy.
He pulled a Tim Thomas in all reality.
Hey.
It also didn't help that the Bruins couldn't get the puck back on that delayed penalty.
Tim
for,
Thomas.
Yeah, exactly.
for about 2
Dog.
minutes. They were out there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anyone? This is on a more national thing. Do you see Evander Kane's on the trade block? They're wanting a top, like a bottom line forward in the first round. Do you give up like someone like a Spooner or like even one of the kids in it first?
I don't think you make a move for Evander Kane. I think you're giving up too much for rental because he's a rental for this team because he's still young, but I don't think he's in the cards for the future. He would be. I don't think he would be in the cards
I
for
don't
the
know.
future.
We're
of this
going
team.
more towards like a less of like the grinder from Claude Julien era to more like playmakers.
Well, yeah, he'd kind of be like your
I feel like-
reincarnation of Milan Lucic.
Yeah.
Big, fast. He bangs along the boards. He can finish too. He's playing very well right now for Buffalo. One of the only guys that's playing well for them. But moving to the Celtics.
Oh, yay.
Here we go.
Yeah. Now
Love
we can,
this.
Now we can have everybody involved.
Great.
Time,
now-
for the,
Yeah.
time for the fun stuff.
Now
Yeah.
Karen gets to talk again.
Hey, yep. So,
All right. Yeah, take it from here.
Gordon Hayward.
He's injured, so what?
Do we think he comes back this
I think
season?
No.
he's coming
Yes.
back.
Nope.
I think
There was
without
a
a
thing-
doubt he's coming back.
There was a thing I forget who tweeted it.
At least for the
I'd
playoffs.
have to look
he's
it
not
up,
back in the
but
regular season.
I'd have to look up who tweeted it. But they said he was at practice the other day. He's taking just spot up jump shots, no real running or
I
anything.
did see that.
Yep.
Ainge
That's-
said
that's
that
huge.
during his
Yeah.
press conference.
We're not even at the All-Star break yet, and he's already.
Yeah.
I
He's already without a
I
boot.
don't think.
I think people were overreacting to the injury. I mean, yeah, it was gross and it was terrible. You had to
Oh,
stretch
that was
him off the
awesome
court.
to watch.
Okay.
But if you think about it, it was a dislocated ankle and a broken tibia. I mean, that's the ankle was what made it look so bad.
You just pop it
Really,
back
you
in.
pop it back in. His ankle's fine. It was just fixing the broken leg.
Yep.
Well,
which
the thing
is
is
like
with
2 months, 3 months.
With ankle
Exactly.
dislocations, you have to worry about the tendons and the ligaments.
He didn't
Yeah.
tear. It was no tendon damage.
This-
he got
at- at-
extremely lucky.
Originally, you have to worry
Yeah,
about
no,
that,
obviously.
This is
because
what I
there's
have.
about 7
This is what I
ligaments down
worry
there.
about, though. Do you want to rush him? If
Yes.
he's not ready,
No,
he's not
not at
ready,
all.
Then why?
But what I'm
then-
saying is, I think he's going to be ready probably end of March. I think if you put him back in, maybe work him back in the last couple weeks of the regular season. If he's ready,
Huge
five
minute restriction,
five
too.
minutes a game,
Yep.
10 minutes a game, like work him
If
back
you're
in.
saying you want to bench him,
Like a
this is
Joel Embiid
preventative.
minute restriction. Like doesn't play the second night of back-to-backs.
Because you have to take advantage of the fact that the Cavs are just completely floundering right now and have no real
You can't be
direction.
brand-
That's
Preventative
that's
fit. You have
that's
to
usual though.
capitalize.
That's mid-season Cavs usual.
No, the
This-
Cavs have
this
been
is-
doing this since day
this
one
is-
of the season.
No, but this is
This is
different.
worse.
This
This
is
is
different.
worse.
We'll
the Cavs
talk-
have been doing
they don't
this
have
since the whole
Kyrie to
Kyrie
bail 'em
Irving
out.
fiasco.
Let's talk about that later. We were gonna get into
Yeah.
that later. But I just don't want to see Gordon Hayward rush it and then have issues with it. He's
Yeah, Stephen
only
A. said it, too.
29 years old. Next year he's gonna be with this team, and this team has a chance next year to be able to
I
compete.
think this team has a chance this year with
no,
Hayward.
nope.
Well, what I'm
Don't
saying,
be
I don't
preventative. If he's 100%, I
they're
want him out
gonna,
there.
I don't
I
think
want him out
they're
there.
going to rush him back. I mean, he might want to come back, but
They're
I
not
don't think
gonna need to rush him.
They're
No,
not
they're
gonna.
not
They're
gonna
not gonna
rush him
make.
at all,
They're not gonna let him play.
No, because we have Brad and Danny Ainge saying this
Because they
narrative.
understand that.
Well, I know
They're not going to
but
let
they
him
have
play
this
if he's not
narrative,
ready.
Too, messing with our heads and the media's heads, that he's progressing well. He's making huge strides, way ahead of schedule, but we don't expect him back this season.
Yeah, they're putting no timetable on him, which is
Yes.
fine. I agree with that. No, because
But
it's
his injury report has changed too
Bec-
throughout the year.
because it's no pressure on him to come back. It's
Yeah.
not like they said, "Oh, we
Because
think
we're
we
doing
think
fine
there's a
without him.
chance he'll be back."
But
at
the team
this
is
date.
doing so well, and the media thinks that they have a chance against the Warriors. I don't think that
I
they
think
have
we-
a chance against the Warriors.
They can push the Warriors to
I
6.
think
Nope.
we can push.
Five.
I think we
I
can
think they,
push the Warriors.
I think
to
they
six,
steal.
at
I think
least.
they steal a game.
I
I think
don't
it's a
even
good
think they-
series, but
I think they
lose
steal
five.
two.
They
One there
haven't
and one at
even
home.
they haven't even proven that they can beat a full Cavs team yet.
But they've proven they can beat a full Warriors.
The Cavs are actually worse with
In
Isaiah
how many
Thomas.
games?
Yeah.
The
How,
Cav-
how many
they've
games?
yet to win.
Since now they have, like,
one. They beat them
West
twice
Ball.
last year.
Yes, but you can't. You will not be
I
able to
think-
play Golden State in a 7-game series and win.
They're
Just
they're
not
If you
this
have
year.
Hayward, if you have Hayward, you can.
No, just not this year.
They're 4-1 in their last 5 meetings
Okay,
against the Warriors
a
in the
50
regular season.
a 50%
I believe.
health, Gordon Hayward will
He's
will
gonna be
help
back to
you.
100%.
But by the time if we even make it to the finals against Golden State, I think he's a lot more than 50%.
If you bring him back, say
If
you know,
you ease him back in
hypothetically,
and he gets all the therapy, he's back to like
hypothetically he's ready. Say end of March,
Yeah.
right? You bring him back 5 minutes game, 10 minutes game, playing maybe like once or twice a week, not playing back to backs, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You bring him back, first round of the playoffs. Okay, now
He's-
he's playing maybe 12 minutes a
Yeah,
game.
he's coming off
but
the
he's
bench.
playing him back, off the bench, back to back games, still not playing in back to backs.
Yeah.
You bring him back Eastern Conference semis, work him up maybe 14, 15
And
minutes.
I think by the end of the Eastern Conference Finals, he
And
could
then
be
by
starting.
by the time you get in the Eastern Conference Finals, now you can, depending on how he's going, depending on how he's looking, you can have him starting, not
or
only
at
but
least
playing.
not start him. Have
Does
him
that
play
beat the Cavs,
significant
though?
like
Extremely
20 a night.
conservative.
even if you have him,
Yes.
even if you have
Does
him
that
off the
beat the
bench as the
Cavs?
sixth man.
100% that beats
Yes,
the Cavs.
I think they beat the Cavs without him.
I think I think they definitely.
Because
do.
I think
I
Isaiah
didn't know the
Thomas
Cavs
is,
make it to the
They
finals.
have LeBron James, the
And
best
so
player.
what? It's LeBron James.
Yes,
He's
the
actually
best player in the
on planet,
world.
but okay.
He's
Yeah,
overrated.
no,
I
no,
just-
he's really
oh
not.
no, he's not. He's the best
that's
player
a
in the
little off
planet.
base.
This
He-
is why you just stay over there. And
He's
chime
been
in from
to
time
the NBA Finals
time.
7 seasons straight.
this is by far the worst team he's had.
Yeah.
It's not even
Since-
close.
Since
It's
like
not even
07,
close.
We're not right before
Think-
he went.
think
left
about
in
their
first
bench.
place.
Aside from his first season,
Think
they're
about their bench.
god-awful.
Do you really think LeBron? He can't play 48 minutes every single game. Do you think it's
He's
gonna
been
be,
doing it.
Do you
He's
think
gonna burn
he's
out.
not going to sustain that through an entire playoff run?
I
Do you
think
think
we know
Jose
Isaiah
Calderon,
Thomas
Derrick
stinks.
Rose, Channing Frye, Jay Crowder, that's going to win you a championship? No,
It won
But I don't
him-
think the
it-
Celtics bench is good enough either.
no. But I think they're
Better
better.
than
I
that.
think it's better than the Cavs bench.
Really.
The Cavs
It's,
bench
a lot-
is
it's a
old.
lot more
I-
inconsistent, I think. But
Oh, absolutely. But I think
On-
if you put Marcus Morris on that bench, it's better than the Cavs.
Marcus Morris on your bench is pretty damn good.
Because if you think about it, the Cavs bench, the Cavs team, it's just it's LeBron James and a bunch of washed up scrubs.
Yes, but
Pretty much.
it's LeBron James.
Like Dwayne Wade, I mean, he's
He's only averaging like what 10 points.
He's had a few decent games in the past week, but I mean, he was good against the Warriors. But it's just he's a shell of his former self.
Okay.
Kevin Love's the softest player in the NBA. That's not even debatable.
So speaking of the Cavs, Isaiah Thomas. This whole situation with his friggin' tribute video is just
and he like tweets out
pissing me
last
off.
night, I don't want a tribute.
This is my issue. Before this year, the Celtics only gave tribute videos to former champions. The last time it was Doc Rivers, Rondo, Garnett, Pierce, Allen.
Yeah.
What?
Those are the last
like
ones
I think
Rondo,
but Isaiah did enough for the city in this rebuild.
yeah, but then again, it's
Before
Isaiah
that,
did enough
who like
that it
was
wasn't even
worthy? There
really a
wasn't anyone
rebuild.
worthy
I
of
think-
like a tribute for like years.
should Isaiah get a video? Yes. Should he get it on Paul Pierce's jersey retirement night?
No.
should
He
he
should've
be
gotten it
able
last
to
time.
decide? Should he
That's-
be able
yeah, I
to
was just gonna
decide?
get to
No.
that.
Should he have a voice in
No.
the matter? No.
And that's what Pierce and Rondo were saying. Rondo last night.
I thought that was
saying-
great.
I love it because he's completely right. You don't. This city of Boston with the Patriots, with the Bruins, with the Celtics, with the Red Sox. This is a city of champions, and you're not gonna be hanging Eastern Conference Finals appearances up in the rafters.
Unless you're the Washington Capitals.
We're talking about
Yeah,
Boston.
Or
now.
the Colts.
All I'm saying is that this is just he shouldn't have a decision. This is Paul Pierce's night. Paul Pierce stayed here for however many seasons, more than 10 seasons, won a championship, and you still you give him his jersey retirement night. You don't
we're
share
all
it with
agreeing on
IT. No, I know. And
They'll still
Ron-
probably give it to him,
I
though.
think what he's trying to say is it's absolutely ridiculous that Isaiah Thomas not only asked that the Celtics move his jersey, not his jersey retirement, his
But
tribute
I think
video
he has a
night
voice in this
from the
matter.
first game back where he didn't play to the 11th, so that his family could be there and he was actually on the court. And it wasn't just ridiculous enough that he asked; it was worse that the Celtics actually pandered to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
Does-
person who doesn't
that's-
play for their organization anymore, that they have no loyalty to.
Does Danny Ainge give him the tribute video for on Pierce's night?
He literally just said
No,
he doesn't
he
want
came out
one.
with a tweet last night. He said he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, no,
I can
Isaiah
pull
said
it
that.
up.
We haven't
Yeah,
heard
no, no,
Danny,
no.
though.
We
I
haven't
don't
heard
think
Danny.
if he does it, he'll do it. Pregame, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Pregame's
pregame is
the
the
whole
jersey
Pierce thing.
retirement.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking like really pregame,
Like during
like
warm-up?
like
Or
during
like
like during
put
like
it-
the shoot around.
Yeah.
When no one's there.
Yeah,
But here's my other
Well,
issue.
Put it on
is
Instagram.
I think
something.
halftime or like third quarter, fourth
yeah,
quarter.
something like that. would be
Isaiah
great.
Thomas has also been talking like he was talking about that whole thing. Him and Jay Crowder, when the first time that they came back, they both were expecting a warm welcome from Boston, which they got.
Not for Jay Crowder.
No, they
He
did
didn't
for
deserve
Jay.
one.
They did for
No,
Jay.
he didn't. I can't stand Jay Crowder.
Oh,
I didn't like him.
him.
I didn't like him when he was here.
He was
still don't like him.
overrated.
No, he wasn't.
He's one of those. He's absolutely one of those players that Boston fans are just completely overrated.
Yeah.
I
averaging
think
like
he was a good
6
player
and
for his
4.
team.
Well, no, last year in the playoffs, especially against the Bulls, first 2 games that season or that series, thinking he's way better than he really is, and tossing up every
Bismack
single
Biyombo.
3-pointer he gets, and they were all bricks.
Bismack Biyombo, whatever his name is, a couple years ago. Remember, he had like he was averaging like 20 and 20. Then he goes out gets Max Steele. Now
Yeah, I just
playoffs misconstrue people all the time.
All right, I got the Isaiah Thomas tweet if you guys want to hear it.
yeah.
Yeah,
let's
It
hear
was,
it.
I'd like to thank the Celtics for their gracious offer to play a tribute video on February 11th, celebrating my 3 years in Boston. But since it appears this has caused some controversy with Paul Pierce's night, I'd ask the Celtics to instead focus all their attention on number 34's career.
It's all about him. This
Of course,
is
it's
all
about
about.
Pierce.
No. This
Oh,
is all
Isaiah?
about Isaiah.
Yeah.
I would like to thank, but I have decided that I don't want my tribute video to be on Paul Pierce's night.
Well, yeah, because it is about him.
But it
It's just about
shouldn't
him.
be.
That's the whole
This-
concept. It's his tribute video. It's
yes,
about
but,
him.
but this shouldn't be. This shouldn't be. This
But
shouldn't.
it is. It's his tribute video. How is it not going to be about him?
Why does Ainge even care what he says anymore?
I hope the Celtics put that highlight of Paul Pierce drilling a 3 in Isaiah Thomas's face as his last basket at the Garden right at the start of that.
That'd be amazing.
The big
Yes.
jersey retirement
No,
video.
it'll definitely be in there.
I hope they absolutely put that right at the start.
It has to.
No, I think at the end.
Okay,
Isaiah-
you know
At
what?
the
That's not bad.
Last-
Finish it
last
off and then
time.
just flash the number.
But why does Ainge
it'll be
trying to,
that-
like-
That'll be the second to last clip, followed by him holding the trophy. Then the number.
Yeah.
Why is he like trying to not alienate Thomas? So like, is he still want him or something? Like, I get he feels
Who, Danny?
bad.
I think
But like,
it's,
if they've like made amends privately, why does he care about?
I think
like,
Isaiah Thomas's incessant whining over the past 6 months he's Danny
Just-
Ainge
we're
feels
just gonna
guilty.
keep it
But he,
quiet.
he did the
Just keep
same. He did the same damn thing in Phoenix and Sacramento. When he left, when he got traded,
That's right,
whatever
he
he
did,
did,
like-
he complained, he bitched, he did everything like that, and that is Isaiah Thomas. That is the majority of the NBA. Can we fault them? Probably not. But all I'm saying is that he should not be calling the shots right now. This is Danny Ainge. I'm not upset that Paul Pierce is pissed off because he should be. That's his night. He did more for Boston than most everybody.
But this is also the Celtics who retire every single number.
Yeah, but
known
it's for
to
a good
man.
reason.
Well, they're also Hall of Famers.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
if,
they're
if
also
you look
Hall
at
of
if you look
Famers.
at the
Right,
number
right.
retirement,
and they
like,
all
for
have
the
won
jersey.
championships. Will Isaiah Thomas get his number retired? Absolutely
No.
not.
Not a chance.
Absolutely
Not a chance.
Well,
especially
well,
especially if
Kevin-
you look at Ray Allen didn't get his number retired.
Not
Absolutely,
yet.
Isaiah Thomas
Not
should.
yet. Not yet. It could
He
be.
Right, no, they already said because that was the thing when Hayward wanted to wear 20, and
Oh,
they
right.
held it just in case they wanted to retire, and they gave it to him.
How about KG?
He should. He's the reason they won that 2008 Finals.
You think?
KG's getting his thing retired, no question.
Defensive Player of the Year in 2008. He was
Yep.
he was the
He's-
driving force for the
he's
Celtics,
100%
going from a
getting it.
mediocre
Anything possible.
team to being 60. What was it 66 and 16 or something like that?
I don't remember.
If my math's
I don't know,
right,
it was
probably
more.
not.
2008.
Yeah, they won. I know they won at least 60 games.
Going
I
back,
think it's 63, I believe.
66 and 16.
66 and
right.
Yep.
16. Won the
Call.
finals.
Good call.
That's like one of my favorite Boston sports teams of
Okay.
all time. That's why.
Oh yeah. All right.
Let's-
Love that team.
Let's move
Anyone
on to
wanna-
Anthony Davis.
Yep, I was just about to say another big power
He's
forward
a
that could help him.
freak.
We're pushing time here, so we might have to
Okay.
wrap it up after this.
I want him.
Okay.
that's not.
I do, but I don't want to give up the moon to get him, which we probably
I will give
have.
up
I
Al
would-
Horford, Jalen
Jalen.
Brown, any pick they want.
Pretty sure
Don't
Ainge
you
would give
dare
up his
touch
son to
either
get him.
Jason Tatum or Jalen.
Does
Like Brown's not going to be. He'll get like maybe an All-Star or two, but he's not going to be more than like an above average.
If
star.
Brown-
he reminds me of a
His
better
jump-
Jay
his jump-
Crowder.
His jump
You're
shots.
not-
I don't
you're not
agree with
gonna
that.
have
His jump
Tatum and
shot's a little
Brown.
inconsistent. If he can't figure that out in the next couple of years,
Dude, he's been spot
Tatum and
on this
Brown
year
are
pretty
both-
much, though.
Jalen's his improvement with his jumper, like last year at the beginning of the season as a rookie, he's
Yeah.
a perimeter player who couldn't shoot for peanuts from the outside.
Exactly.
And now look at him now. He's
I'd rather
he's
have.
competently shooting.
I would rather have Anthony Davis.
That's the cost of Davis.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, Tatum's the better
a top.
one anyway.
Anthony Davis is a top 5 player in the league.
You're right. Yeah.
Jalen Brown's not.
Yeah. And now
Jalen Brown could be
Horford.
a top 10 player.
Jalen
Al
Brown's a
Horford
freak
probably
all-star.
not
but
play
he's,
this year.
but he's
All-star
not.
at best.
And the Celtics window is right now.
No, it
You-
isn't.
you still
no,
have
it
The
isn't.
Tatum.
Celtics have a huge window.
Yeah.
They have a huge window, but it's now. Don't you want to win one now?
No. No.
So you
The
want to
window
sit
is
here
like
and
now
lose
to
in
like
the Eastern
5
Conference
years
Finals
from
to
now.
Cleveland for the next 5 years?
No.
Well, not the next
they
5
won't.
years, just this year, because LeBron's going to LA.
Exactly. LeBron's leaving. He's going somewhere.
LA.
What if he goes to Philly? That's been thrown around.
Oh my god.
No. No
He would-
way.
that
Why would
Hell
he-
no,
he
he
would
would
never
Philly.
go Philly.
Nope. He
I'm
will,
just saying that's been thrown around.
He will go to either Houston with Chris Paul, San Antonio,
Cap space.
or LA.
They'll make room for him.
That's true.
He's going to the West. Right?
Why would you want to go to
Imagine
the
if
West?
he goes to OKC. And like Paul
Even-
George stays.
I'm having
It's gonna be so
Adonis
he's gonna
Haslam right now.
he's gonna go to the Lakers.
Isn't
and George is
Melo-
gonna follow him.
Is
Yeah.
Melo a free agent this year?
I have no idea.
No, I don't think so.
Look that
No,
up
he-
because
he's
I,
not.
he's not.
not.
George is.
He's not. That's right. He has like 2 years left because he just signed a deal in like I want to say 14.
why wouldn't LeBron want to go with Harden and CP3?
Because like
Because
who's
Why do
gonna
you
have the
want to
ball?
live in Houston?
why would he want to live
They're-
in Houston?
They're having enough
He
ball.
doesn't need to live in
yeah, but
Houston.
you're gonna have
He
three
does.
guys
He
that-
does 6 months out of the year during the season.
Okay.
Flood
and then-
insurance.
oh,
You're
well,
gonna
you,
have-
you'd rather live in Cleveland.
Well, like
Than
LeBron's
Houston.
from there, so
Yeah.
Still.
I'm saying he'd rather live where he currently lives in Los Angeles.
yes. Where his kids do his kids go to school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep,
That's
his
it.
kids go
He
to school
his
there.
off-season house
Okay.
or homes in L.A.
And plus, in Houston, you're gonna have three guys that all need the ball in their hands at this like
And
Chris
if,
Paul.
if you
Jalen
think
Brown.
about it,
and
what
OKC.
makes LeBron's legacy better? Oh, I'm LeBron James. I won a championship with the Cavaliers, the Heat, and the Rockets. Or, hi, I'm LeBron James. I won a championship with the Lakers.
Lakers.
Because then you throw him into the conversation of like Lakers greats. You put him in that with Magic. You know, you
Even
put
if it's only for a
Kareem.
couple of years.
Imagine LeVar
Even
Ball's
if he-
reaction to that.
Even if he only plays, say 3 or 4 years in L.A., wins 2 titles.
Does he even
Now,
want to?
now he has 5 championships at that point, and you put him up there with guys like Magic and Kareem.
Yeah.
Okay.
LeBron would
And
go-
Kobe too.
You saw
Yeah,
all the
true.
issues of him calling him a
I think
traitor
Kobe's
when he
a
went
top
to
3 player of all
Miami.
time.
Going to the Lakers would
five.
just be even worse. 'cause
And I think it's great for the Celtics-Lakers rivalry if LeBron goes to the Lakers.
If LeBron goes to the Lakers, do the Celtics get Anthony Davis?
I think they try.
yeah.
Do they
have
get
to.
somebody?
The Celtics getting somebody soon. It's just who?
I think it's gonna be Davis.
Yeah, probably.
It should be Davis. After watching that last night,
Okay. So that's a trade deadline. Do they wait for the trade deadline? Do they wait after the
it won't be
year?
this season. It would be in the summer.
It'll be.
It would absolutely be in the summer.
Okay.
So
So
it depends on who they get in the
draft
draft.
the
too.
playoff.
draft day.
I could see it. It depends on where that Lakers pick falls. If they get the Lakers pick and it winds up being 2, I could see them taking a chance on getting DeAndre Ayton
Yeah.
if he falls. It
Or
all
just
depends
trade
on how
that
the
pick
draft.
and Horford.
Yeah,
And
you could.
then you don't have to give up Brown.
You will have to give up Brown.
Yeah, probably.
This is Anthony Davis we're talking about,
That
guys.
is true.
This isn't like somebody like Andre Drummond, who's a good player,
I
but
was
he's
all
not.
over that train last year at the deadline.
I would
I
have
was
loved.
too.
I would
do not
have
want
loved Andre
Drummond
Drummond
at
last
all.
year.
I want to.
He can shoot free throws now, though.
Yeah.
can.
Yeah,
But
he can stay on the
doesn't-
floor. He
doesn't
that was
fit.
his big
2
brother.
weeks
He
ago
couldn't be
was-
on the floor
yeah,
in the
he's
last
still like,
3
will
minutes.
be the slowest player on the Celtics.
Oh, absolutely. But
Well, 2 weeks ago, when the Pistons were at the Garden, he dropped 20 and 20 on us.
most bigs do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Carl Anthony Towns had like 25 and 15 in the first quarter or first half.
Yeah, like
When we played the
Davis
Timberwolves last
Davis last night had 25 and 9.
That's
So
insane.
let's
It's
go
insane.
around.
the Celtics
Let's go
probably
around.
like lead the league and
Pat,
What?
do the Celtics get Anthony Davis by the end of next season?
I think they could.
Will they?
They'd have to give up the moon.
Will
I
they?
don't think Danny's willing to give up the moon.
So no.
I don't think so.
Drew,
I would love.
no.
Ryan,
I have no idea what we're talking about.
good luck. David,
I think they do because I think it's if you look at Danny might not want to give up the moon, but look at the player you're getting in return. I think you can make an
you're
exception.
getting the moon for giving up
you,
the moon.
You can make an
That
exception
makes
for that.
no sense.
You're
Yes,
getting
it
a
does.
bigger moon.
Yes, it does.
Yep.
You're
Anthony
getting 2
Davis.
moons.
Anthony
Yeah.
Davis will be
Because-
in green by the end of next season.
Because say you do it next year's trade deadline, right? So you've already used that Lakers pick if you get it. You could have DeAndre Ayton and Anthony Davis.
This makes
Yeah.
too much sense for it to work.
No.
All right. Moving
Red
on.
Sox.
Red Sox.
Oh, wait, before we go, can I just touch on Rondo?
No.
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 Time constraints, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll work.
We're trying to keep this reasonable
Okay. Red Sox.
because we're already pushing 50 minutes.
50 minutes.
All's quiet on the Western Front for the Red Sox right now.
13 signings
That's a good
in
book.
all of MLB. 13
Such an
signings.
uneventful offseason.
This is awful. This is what is it? Middle of January now, and you haven't seen big signings already. JD Martinez. You've seen one big trade in Giancarlo Stanton.
There's been trades. I mean, Marcelo Ozuna to St. Louis was pretty big.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
like, that
San
all-
Francisco's
You
had a
still-
hell of an
You still have
offseason.
Arrieta unsigned.
Oh yeah,
still
no,
have,
you got it's the
Yeah.
free agents that
Yeah.
haven't moved. The trade market's been pretty average.
So what's wrong with the free agent market then?
I think your number one free agent right now is a guy who is completely overrated.
JD
Had
Martinez?
had
Yeah.
one half of a season. He
30 years
I mean,
old.
No
if
one
you-
wants to
if you
spend
think
years
about-
money
old, this
because
is
they're
the-
saving for next year.
He wants 7-8 years, 200
no
north,
way.
north of 200 million. He's
want the Red
absolutely not
Sox
getting
name.
it. He's had his first breakout year at age 30.
I know.
What did
He was,
Sox
he
feel?
I
was
don't want the Red Sox
released.
anywhere
He was
near
he
him.
was released
I
2
don't
years
either.
ago.
Since he got
No.
released,
No.
he's like led the
Think
league
about
with slugging percentage
think
though.
about this. You have a guy who was released 2-3 years ago.
It was like
And,
2014.
and he was,
I
he's been decent, a solid, kind of all or nothing power hitter
No,
since then.
he's been hurt.
But then,
That's why.
But then you come into second half of his contract year, and he goes off for almost 30 home runs in the second half of the year with Arizona. What is he doing off the field?
If you take his injury
Yeah.
shortened seasons and stretch him out to the whole season, they line up exactly with the season last year. I saw it. It was like he played like 100 games. I want to say.
But does he carry that out when he's 36? Because that's what he wants.
How old is he now? Like 30.
He's 30.
He's 30.
He's going to be 31
He's not
this
getting
season.
6 years,
That's
especially.
that's
Yep.
what he wants. He
And
wants.
no one's-
And
he
that's
wants
what
to move
that's what
because-
the Red Sox offered.
Everyone's
Red
waiting
Sox
for
offered
next
him
year's
5.
free agent class.
5, and they didn't disclose the amount of money. He's
5
got
and probably like 160.
what I saw something that he had 3 5-year offers. One was from Arizona, one was from the Red Sox, and one was from the Blue Jays.
I don't even think if the Red Sox get JD Martinez, they're not even anywhere close.
I
to
still don't.
combating the power
It
the
helps.
Yankees
It
have.
helps, but it doesn't. at the
Why
same
not
time.
wait for Manny Machado or Bryce Harper next year?
Yeah,
Bryce
no, I
Harper's
think
going to the
I-
Yankees.
I
or the
think you.
Cubs.
I
No,
think
not
you
the
s-
Yankees. He's
I-
going to the Cubs.
I think you keep your money, and I think you go and you make a play for a guy like Machado.
Yeah.
Donaldson's a free agent.
Just-
Harper's out there.
Yeah, those are the only guys who can actually give you a fighting chance against the Yankees' power.
Yep.
I don't think JD Martinez does enough to
Yeah.
help you.
So JD Martinez is a no.
No,
No.
No.
not at his age. Not at his.
No,
production.
It's better we take an off year
unless
like
you
the
can get him
Yankees
for
did.
that $5 million, whatever
It'd
they
be
want
the
to give
shiny-
him, whatever they offer. And even that's a stretch. I'd give him like 4 years, and I don't even know how much, maybe like 15 per.
Yeah, like I feel like the Sox should just pull Yankees and just like almost take the year off and not try to contend,
think- yeah, I
just
reload
love-
the farm, maybe.
I just think
draft.
you don't want him to panic. Because if
No,
they panic and
exactly.
try to
They
match the
should
Yankees,
just, like,
that's not
take
gonna,
a
it's not
second.
gonna
I think
happen.
it's going to be like the Celtics. You need to be patient.
Yeah.
You're going to and wait for something to fall in your
We
lap.
don't need to
like
rebuild. We just need to reload this year. Take it
Yeah.
off. Don't try to contend. Don't force. Let people develop. Reload the farm and then make a run for it.
Pay Mookie Betts.
You guys also they got some bullpen guys. I'm pretty sure Craig Kimbrell's up at the end of this year.
Yep.
Yep.
Nah,
and
you
Betts.
need him.
Doesn't he have an
Betts is-
option after this?
No.
Betts is up after this
Bogarts.
year, I think.
Bogarts is the most overrated. If he goes, I would not bat an eye. They got that kid Chavez.
Yeah.
He's a third. He's listed as a third baseman.
And then
but, I mean,
Bogarts, you would get the first round compensatory pick for
That's
and
true.
whatnot. So
I like
The
Bogarts.
Celtics-
I mean, if you want to
Red
re-sign him,
Sox
if
drafted
he'd
it.
come back for reasonable money, I'd take him. But
No,
I'm
you won't.
not paying anything above market value for him. He's
what are we
not.
talking,
He's not
like
worth it at all.
5 years, $70 million.
I don't even know if I give him 5 years. I'd try to bring him back a little shorter, maybe 3.
Nah.
I just love Brian Cashman last year calling the Red Sox the Golden State Warriors of baseball, and then going out.
And then- yeah, then he
you
goes
have
out and
Gary
gets-
Sanchez,
goes out and gets
Aaron
Giancarlo
Judge,
Stanton.
and you get Giancarlo Stanton.
I mean, if he
All
can't
30
win
home
on-
runs.
They're a scary team.
collusion.
Do they?
Scary
though?
team.
Are they though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, they're
Current.
Look at their
I want
lineup.
it. You're on
Okay.
right
Didi
now.
Gregorius
kidding
is
me?
hitting 7th.
That's
Yeah, but
what-
Didi Gregorius isn't that great.
Didi Gregorius is a top 10 shortstop
Let's
in the
run through the
MLB.
Yankees lineup real quick.
There's not many good
No,
shortstops
I
in
think
the
we gotta
MLB
cover
though.
though.
There's plenty of good shortstops in the MLB.
Not really.
Francisco
Yes.
Lindor,
Okay.
Carlos Correa,
Yep.
Around here, we say Xander
Bra-
Bogaerts.
Brandon Crawford,
Okay. That's 4 right there.
Didi.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I gotta look up the stats.
Absolutely not.
All right.
No.
Well,
All right. Wrapping
Curran's
things
in
up.
denial.
Wrapping things up. Final 4 in the NFL. Case Keenum,
Sucks.
It makes
Nick
me.
Foles.
It makes me angry.
Tom Brady, and Blake Bortles. That's your
One
final
of these
4
is
in
not
the
like the
NFL.
other.
It just makes me angry.
Yeah,
It's-
that's riveting for the NFL right there. That's probably what
And,
they wanted.
and it's worse because if you look at what they could have had Tom Brady,
Drew
Ben
Brees.
Roethlisberger, Drew Brees, Matt Ryan.
yes.
You could have had Drew Brees versus Tom Brady in the
that's,
Super Bowl.
That's a perfect.
Tell me that
Final
wouldn't have
Four
made
for
a
the
ton of
NFL.
money.
This is. It's
Yeah,
just
but now
bad.
it's
I
like
think
new
they're going to be
markets.
making a ton of money with Jacksonville and the Vikings to begin with.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Those hype
As
trades.
far as ratings outside of the markets, if you got 2 of the best quarterbacks in the league and really of all time playing each other in the Super Bowl and Brees and Brady,
Yep.
and now it's
And
going to be
maybe-
what?
And Ben too.
Yeah,
And then-
Ben Roethlisberger's a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Then you got
By
two
default.
news that just popped up.
Landry Jones, 4 years, $60 million.
That's what he's
With-
looking for.
Just wanted
Feels
Landry Jones is looking for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Landry.
Feels
Jones.
disrespected.
Good luck with that.
not Landry Jones. Jarvis Landry.
Oh,
Jarvis
Jarvis
Landry.
Landry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And
Tell me
then-
he wouldn't be a good Patriot.
Jarvis Hendry.
No.
Yeah.
Bad attitude.
Landry
If you were
Jones.
done-
Randy Moss.
Landry Jones
Hey,
takes over Tom
Randy
Brady.
Moss. Randy Moss was a
I'm telling you,
nightmare
speaking
off the
of-
field.
Speaking of Randy Moss,
Randy Moss is a
give
Hall of
Cooks
Famer.
3 more inches of height.
Who?
And Brandon Cooks. Give him 3 more
Yeah.
inches.
Randy
on
Moss
his
is a Hall
Same-
of
same
Famer.
Okay, that doesn't
you can
change
give
the
anyone
fact
three
that he
inches
was
of
a
height.
that he was a doofus off the field.
Yes.
No one's
Yes, it
Randy
does.
Moss. No one's Randy Moss.
No one's Randy Moss.
Not even Randy Moss is
No,
Randy
I understand
Moss.
nobody on the field is Randy Moss, but I'm saying Randy Moss was an absolute nightmare off the field.
And then
He was-
Belichick got him.
And then, yeah,
That was
Belichick-
my thing with
Belichick
Brandon
takes
Marshall.
You need to have
players
someone who like
and
they
he
have to
fixes
respect.
and he fixes them.
He breaks them.
And then the
Yeah,
last.
yeah, exactly. He breaks their will, so they just listen to whatever he says.
And then the
Yeah.
last
Unless
news
you're
is.
Mike Vrabel, then you can get away with being sarcastic with Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the only man in history.
And then the
If
last
Vrabel doesn't get a head
news
coaching
is.
job, does he come here?
Hmm?
If Vrabel doesn't get a head coaching job, does he come to be the defensive coordinator
I
again?
would love that.
Or do you stay with Kansas City?
I think it's an upgrade.
He's
over,
not Kansas
I think
City.
it's an upgrade
He's
over
Houston.
being the D coordinator
Houston.
with Houston.
Yeah.
Then the last
Alright.
one is Todd Haley
That's
About time.
fired.
again.
time. Yep.
He,
He'll be
I,
back.
I thought he could have had a chance for a head coaching job, but not anymore.
That's a
Not
bummer.
after this. He'll be offensive coordinator somewhere else.
Ooh, a jet sweep on 4th and 1.
Hey,
So
love
innovative.
it. Love it.
Smith.
All right, that's about does it here. That about does it here for us.
English is hard.
It is pretty hard. Thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll be putting out more episodes in the future. I think it's done.